Welcome to Conspiracy Corner Podcast, everyone. This is Abe, your host, with Lammy Chillmeister, my co-host. So, if you're an old sub, you might not have seen my face for 2 years. I'm back. If you're from the other channel, thanks for coming over here. It's like pulling teeth to get people to transfer from channel to channel. Kind of sucks because I had this problem before with YouTube years ago. Like I said, on this channel, I have not put out a podcast in like 2 years on this channel. So, I'm back though. Basically what happened, I got to talking about, hang on, there's a popo. They like to harass people and shit around here. Hang on. Where the fuck did he go? Not that I have anything to hide, but I'm recording in my car and they like to fuck with people around here. I don't know. Fuck it. So there he is. I'm just gonna re-record this shit. Sorry about that, man. Let's get the show back on the road. He's coming by with his computer open, scoping out my car and shit. It's fucking aggravating. Alright, so I got too close to the truth talking about vaccines and shit. YouTube didn't like that. Gave me a warning. So I finally got to experience the whole re-education test. That was fun. Good news is, if you're a YouTube content creator and you ever have to do the test, you can't get answers wrong. You could just sit there and Christmas tree if you want, because it gives you unlimited amount of times of changing your answer and getting the right answer. So you can't fail the test. It was either that or appeal, and I've tried appeals in the past on YouTube. Like, I've only won, I think, one fucking appeal throughout my entire YouTube career, which is like 7 years, 8 years maybe. I've been a content creator, and I think I've won like one appeal. So, honestly, I know it sucks, but you might as well just do the re-education test and just get it over with. So the strike on my other channel will go away. It's not a strike, it's a warning. The warning will roll off December 9th, I think it was. Honestly, I'll probably just stay over here. I know I have less subs over here. But honestly, if people are too lazy to click on a link of my latest video to switch over to this channel, then honestly, I kind of call it like trimming the fat. Like, I don't, if you're too lazy to do that, then I don't really need you as a listener. But I don't mind trimming the fat every now and then. This channel's only got 109 subscribers. The other one was getting almost to like 400. So I was getting more on their radar, I'm sure, because my channel was growing. But this is where I'll be posting from for now. But once again, I got to go through this spiel. You guys have got to get off YouTube, man. They're cracking down as usual. Nothing has changed. You're not going to be able to find conspiracy content on YouTube, man. You're going to have to go to Spotify. You're going to have to go to Rumble. I'm on Rumble and Spotify. And, you know, if you go on Rumble, it actually helps me out because Rumble actually pays me. YouTube does not. But I'm on Spotify. I'm on Rumble. I don't have to censor myself there. I told you guys I'm no longer self-censoring. So I'm bound to get warnings and strikes on this channel too. It's just coming. It is what it is. But I will stay on YouTube as long as I can. I had no problem creating one backup channel, which this is, but I'm not going to keep creating backup channels. Eventually, you're going to see me go silent on both of my YouTube channels. And eventually, one day, I'm just going to get frustrated with YouTube in general and just stop posting on here altogether. So, find me on Rumble. It's Conspiracy Corner Podcast. The profile picture is a bunny rabbit. Find me on Spotify. It's Conspiracy Corner Podcast. The profile picture is a bunny rabbit. Go sub to me over there, man. And you'll find actually a lot of episodes that you're not going to find here because I can't put it out here. YouTube removed them or struck me and shit. So that's what's going on. Thanks for tuning in. Let's get on with the episode. So I want to talk RFK some. You guys know how I feel about him. I love RFK Jr. to death. I was going to vote for him, but he dropped out. So, and he's supporting Trump now, which, hey, I respect his decision. I just choose not to vote this year. If I can't get what I want, which was RFK Jr., then I don't want to vote, It is what it is. I'll let you guys do the voting for me, You guys can do that. But if I can't get what I want, I don't want to. And it's not me throwing a fit. It's just I'm not going to choose. There's stuff, I'm not anti-Trump. I don't have TDS. But there's stuff that I'm just not cool with that he did. And I don't feel like choosing the lesser of two evils. When RFK was running, I didn't have that feeling that I was choosing the lesser of two evils. I genuinely liked RFK and wanted him to win. But with Trump, I'm just kind of no, I'm good. So, RFK, I did an episode on the whole bear story, which was insane. I thought it was hilarious. It kind of reminded me of like a Hunter S. Thompson, Grand Theft Auto, Tony Hawk's Underground type of story. Just crazy hecticness, weird criminal shit. I thought it was fucking funny. The media has been trying to use it against him. So, there's a new just as crazy story that the media is focusing on. Trying to, make RFK Jr. look bad because they don't like him, because they haven't liked RFK Jr. just as much as they haven't liked Trump. They're trying to take out RFK Jr. and Trump in general, make them look bad, RFK Jr. was not as big as a threat as Trump, so I feel like they weren't really doing it as much with RFK Jr. Because he was Democratic Party kicked him out, then he was independent, and honestly, independent is not as big as a threat as Republican. It just is what it is. RFK Jr. was walking on the beach and found a beached whale. So, he went home to get a chainsaw, and his family made a whole family event out of it, brought him back to the beach, and proceeded to cut the head off this whale that was beached, because he wanted its skull. Now, as someone who collects skulls and bones, yes, I'm a weirdo. I collect skulls and bones. Not my last apartment, but three apartments ago, I was really big into Gravity Falls, Grunkle Stan. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that show. Go check it out. I actually did a podcast about Gravity Falls, a review on it, so go check that out. It should be titled something along the lines of like Gravity Falls, Alex Hirsch, maybe The Inside Job. I think I reviewed that also. I was just talking about conspiracy cartoons. So Grunkle Stan, like his house, if you love conspiracy theories, you'll love Gravity Falls. It was created by Disney. But like Grunkle Stan, basically he owns a museum, which he lives in, of like a museum of the paranormal, basically. Like he's got like a bottomless pit. He's got jackalopes, stuffed jackalopes, like Bigfoot, stuffed Bigfoot, like a gift shop. It's basically like a conspiracy, cryptid, paranormal museum for people to go and check out. And I don't know, man, I always loved Grunkle Stan in his house. Like whenever they'd be walking through the house, you're just looking at, I feel like I was always just looking in the background, at shit. It's a cool fucking show. So I always like wanted my house to be similar to that. So I had like bone exhibits in my house, like glass cases with lights and shit. I had like cow bones, dog bones, cat bones, bird bones. I just collect bones. I think it's cool as fuck. And I had like little glass cases with lights and stuff. So like my wife's family would come over and, my nephew would be like, hey, I want to go look at the bones, and I'd be like, go for it, and I'd go and turn the lights on and, like open up the case and they could look at them and shit. I'm just a weirdo like that. So me personally, I don't think it's weird. Like, I'm not gonna lie, there's a part of me, like when my cats die, I told my wife, I'm like, I kind of want to keep their skulls, and people can go, oh, that's grim, that's dark, but to me, it's not. I'm a macabre person. I am a very dark person, and I wouldn't be doing it out of like some evil, like, yeah, I have your skull. Like, I'm not like that, dude. To me, it would be like, yeah, I would want to look at it every now and then and hold it because I miss my cat, that and like I've lost like 3 teeth over here. I kept one. My wife threw it away, and I was mad because I wanted to turn it into a ring. Like, I don't know, I collect rings, jewelry. I was like, how cool would it be to have like a tooth ring? I've never seen someone with a tooth ring. And people could look at it and go, is that a fucking tooth? And it's like, yeah, it's mine. I like weird shit. So it doesn't bug me that he wanted to keep a whale skull. I mean, RFK's a weird dude anyways. He's got ravens. He's got, he catches snakes. He's like a very wild nature boy type. He's kind of like, honestly, like yes, he's a Kennedy. He was born into a rich family, a dynasty, political dynasty, but he's kind of like a hillbilly, man, in a way. A hillbilly in a suit. That's another reason I like him so much. So I don't find it strange. I think it's hilarious that he brought his family down there like, watch this, boy, cutting the head off a fucking whale. But the media knows that the liberals who are so uptight that their butthole could create diamonds, they're so fucking uptight that they're gonna look at that and be like, what a monster, what a piece of garbage, and it's like, yeah, because liberals are triggered by everything. I mean, we all know this. So of course they're gonna get triggered that he cut the head off of a whale. Was the whale dead? I don't know. Was it still alive? I don't know. And even then, I know this sounds brutal, but as someone who lived in a hillbilly household for 3 years, death of animals do not bother me. I've had to put down an animal because it was sick and dying. And I had a ferret, you know. Me and my ex-wife, we went on a 3-day trip. I don't even remember where we went. And we came back home, and my ferret, we left him enough food, enough water. He hadn't even touched the food or water. And we'd been gone for like 3 days. And we came home, and he had literally mourned himself to death. He thought we like abandoned him, but he wasn't dead. So we come home, and he's like, what? You came back? And we're like, you stupid animal. Like, I love you, but we were coming back. We didn't leave you forever. And in his heart of hearts, he thought that we abandoned him, so he just stopped eating and drinking water. And then he goes, oh shit, they're back. Let me try to live now. But he had already went 3 days, no food and water. The damage was done. Like, when he was shitting, it was, I'm not trying to be gross, but it was coming out like black diarrhea. Like, and he started eating and drinking water, but it was too late. The damage had been done. He had already starved himself like to death. And he just wasn't getting better. So I took him to the bathroom and cut his throat. Because we were poor, I didn't have money to take him to the vet. They wouldn't have been able to save him anyways, and they would have put him down anyways, and they would have charged us $150 or something crazy to put down a ferret. And I'm like, no, a knife is free. So I just went in, took him to the bathroom, cut his throat, and we disposed of the body. I think we buried him on my ex-father-in-law's property because he had property. He kind of lived out in the woods. So that doesn't bother me. If the whale was alive, he killed it with a chainsaw. Okay. I love animals. I don't believe that we should abuse animals, but he put it out of its misery. And I see nothing wrong with putting animals out of their misery. And honestly, this is kind of a satanic belief, but I have the belief system that animals are lesser creatures. We are higher up on the totem pole. They are not equal to us. Do I believe that animals have souls? Yes. Do I believe they have emotions and feelings? Yes. But I do not believe they are equal to human beings. Sorry, I'm a classic liberal. I'm pretty liberal with a lot of my ideas, but I look at them as lesser creatures. I dated a girl one time, an ex-girlfriend, and she told me, you know, I love my cats more than you. So what? And I didn't even bring it up. Like, her cat had come into the room. That's what it was. Like, we had just started dating and stuff. And she said, yeah, I love my cats more than you. And I'm like, for one, what was the point in even saying that? Like, there's certain things, like, I have, like, negative, intrusive thoughts. Trust me, I'm someone who struggles badly with intrusive thoughts. So, but I understand that sometimes those intrusive thoughts, you just, I deal with it every day. You have to keep it in your head. You don't say it, you know? And I didn't mean it, but just out of meanness, I said, you love your cat more than me. First of all, I've never loved an animal more than a human being. Once again, my belief system is they are lower on the totem pole. So, I have 2 cats right now. If someone put my cat and took a random homeless person off the street and said, kill the homeless person or kill your cat, cat's going, goodbye. Sorry, but an animal life is not equal to a human life. Well, you love your cat. You know your cat. Yeah, I do love my cat. I do know my cat. But you don't know the homeless person. He could be, I don't care what he could be. It doesn't matter. It's a human life. I don't care if I know this person. I don't care what his past sins are. Yeah, I would kill the cat. Sorry. But yeah, I think I pissed her off though. I said, and I didn't mean it. Like I said, I'm a punk. I say crazy shit. And it pissed me off that she literally said that she loved her cats more than me. And she also doubled down and said, like, if it's ever you or the cats, it's you that has to leave, you know. I'll break up with you before I get rid of my cats. And I'm like, okay. And I think I said something like, well, I'll kill your fucking cat. And she was like, what? I said, yeah, I'll kill your fucking cat. Can you see why she's my ex now? And like I said, I didn't mean it. I just say things to shock people sometimes. Like I said, I'm like an old school horror punk, so it just pissed me off, rubbed me the wrong way, you know. But that's the RFK whale story. Let's get on with the next story. We're going to stick with RFK. So this next story, like I said, is RFK Jr. related also. So we're just doing like probably an RFK Jr. double feature, because I don't think we'll have time for another story. I try to keep it around 30 minutes because of people's attention span and stuff like that. That, and I don't want to waste all my good stories on one episode. I don't want to have a 2-hour episode and waste all my good stories. RFK Jr. supposedly had a relationship with an Olivia Nuzzy. And like I said, the whale story came out, the bear story came out. They're trying to take RFK Jr. out, the media, as far as like take him out with his credibility, make him look bad. So this is something new, and this was brought to my attention by Sam Tripoli. I love Sam Tripoli to death, but he is not the best person to be relaying information. I love you, Sam, but I'm a burnout too. I'm not the best, but I try my best, you know, and hopefully I keep the podcast fun and entertaining so people are like, you know, getting information but still having fun. And I feel like Sam does a really good job at that. I've never listened to a Sam Tripoli episode where I've like been falling asleep bored. Actually, there is one episode. He had like a anti-UFO guy on there one time, and Sam was literally falling asleep during the interview, and it was like a 90-year-old man who was just droning on and on. And he even admitted, he was like, that was the worst interview I've ever done in my life. Like, but so RFK supposedly has had a relationship, a digital relationship, emotional and digital relationship. Sam Tripoli said that basically she was sending like nude photos to RFK Jr. I'm sure, look, RFK Jr. has been open about his past. He's in Alcoholics Anonymous. That's honestly, that is one thing that I loved about RFK Jr. when he was running, was as someone who is in Alcoholics Anonymous, I was like, yeah, somebody else from Fight Club is running for president and open about it, you know? He's in recovery for Alcoholics Anonymous because he was a heroin user. He said in his past that he is a Kennedy. Like every other Kennedy, he has had problems with sexual addiction. All the Kennedys do. It's in their blood. It's in their genes. Like, they're all fucking horn dogs. They're all sex addicts, man. I mean, we went over the history of the sister getting lobotomized, JFK, RFK, their threesomes with Marilyn Monroe. JFK had to have a new girl every month. They're all fucking sex addicts. So it doesn't bother me. It doesn't bug me. It is what it is. It doesn't surprise me either. But here's what's crazy. RFK Jr. is wanting to sue her, this Olivia Nuzzy. This is what makes me kind of wonder if the story is fake. Because if you have nothing to hide, you will sue someone. Because they're going to go through phone records. They're going to go through all of it. Evidence. And to me, if it is true, you wouldn't risk that. You wouldn't sue. So, because all that shit's gonna, if you got dirt on you, it's gonna get brought up in court. But if you don't have dirt on you, and you're not worried about it, you're gonna sue. So I kind of wonder if this Olivia Nuzzy person is making all this shit up, that they were sending shit back and forth to each other through the phone. Now this Olivia Nuzzy, she works for New York Magazine, and she either has left or been fired, whatever it is. She's not working there anymore because she was covering the presidential campaigns and obviously having a relationship with RFK Jr. And you're not supposed to do that as a journalist. You're not supposed to be... It would be like if I was covering... Because it shows bias. You have bias then. It'd be like if I was covering the campaign, which I have been, and I'm sleeping with Kamala Harris. And even though I'm not fucking her like Olivia Nuzzy, this is a digital relationship. If she's sending me cooter pics and I'm sending her dick pics, there's gonna be bias, you know. But apparently they met like once for an interview, and I guess hit it off pretty well to where they exchanged numbers and had a digital relationship. Like I said, I'm kind of 50-50 on this because I know how the Kennedys are with their sex lives, and I know their sexual addiction problems. But I also, like I said, if he's planning and wanting to sue her, I don't know, kind of makes me think he's innocent and that this is all just made up bullshit. And she's helping to take down RFK Jr. That's it though for this episode. I hope you all enjoyed. I hope you all came over here from the other channel. If not, it is what it is. Like I said, it's trimming the fat. And it's not that I don't love you guys as listeners, but my thing is I've gotten kind of jaded being a content creator for so long, barely being able to grow my channel on YouTube, specifically YouTube. Every time I start growing, I get shot down. It's like being in an abusive relationship. But to me, it's like if you're gonna come over from the other channel, I appreciate you. If not, it's kind of like trimming the fat. Like if you are too lazy to literally click on a video, my most recent video that says, hey, go to this other channel, my backup channel. I'm getting in trouble on my main channel. Go here, subscribe. If you're too lazy to do that, then honestly, I mean, it sounds cold, but I don't want you around. You're not a true fan. You're not a true listener. You're not a true... I don't know. It's just laziness. But it is so hard, man, to like get people to go to different platforms, to go to even just click on another channel of like, hey, it's me. It's still me. Same content, you know. I could understand if I was like, hey, go check out my music channel. I could kind of understand that of like, well, we like your podcast. We don't really want to listen to your music. I would be fine with that, you know. if I had created a music channel, because I do create music on the side, catching lizards, you know. I would like to get back into music one day, maybe when I have time. But I could understand, like, hey, we love you for podcasts. We don't want to hear your music. So I could understand that. But when it's like, hey, it's the same content, it's podcast. It's all podcast. It's going to be the same Abe over here as it is over there. Go check out my channel. It's a little disheartening. But thank you if you did come over from my main channel, and please like, share, and subscribe. And as usual, you all have a good day.